It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year, people. The most wonderful time of the year. Crystal Wilder. Let me get my light in order. As if I need some light. Hey! I have not heard from you guys in a long time. James, sup, James. Eddie LaRosa, Eddie LaRosa. Helen Marie. Hi, Helen. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to everyone. Happy New Year's. Oh, man. I haven't been on here in a minute. I've been having technical difficulties with this thing here. And it just, shoot, it takes me all over the place. Technical difficulties with this daggone StreamYard. And it's amazing because I get on here and for some reason the sound cuts out. But we're back. We made it. We made it to 22. What's your New Year's resolution? That's what I want to know. Before we get into this whole Antonio Brown deal, I want to know what some of y'all New Year's resolution. What have you came up with? But before we start up, y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. You know, I used to DJ, ghetto style DJs. This the time when we start to show off for you new jacks and the people who normally come on here. It's like, I start off like, where you from? And then you're supposed to type in where you're from. And then if I see it, then I might shout you out. And then I say, where you from? And then I say, where you at? We ain't gonna do where you at because some of y'all might get confused with where you at. So now, without further ado, where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Type that. Where you from? Type that. Where you from? Type that. I love it, man. I love messing with y'all, man. Oh man, see, there we go. Oh, and I got all this going on here. Clearwater, Florida. I see you, Clearwater. Miami, Florida. Atlanta, Georgia. Texas, Richmond, North Carolina, Broward, Pensacola, Pensacola, baby. Valdosta, I see you. Dallas, Texas. Man, we got people from all over the world up in this joint. Look here, man. Y'all get on here. Hey, man, share this because we're going to have us a great conversation. We're going to talk about have a great topic about this whole Antonio Brown thing. I'm going to give y'all my take. Memphis, Tennessee in the building. Chicago in the building. West Point, Georgia in the building. Milwaukee. Oh, boy. Them Packers look good. They just look so freaking good. The Pack is back without a doubt, baby. But we're going to steal y'all quarterback. I really want y'all quarterback to come to Miami. Hey, look here, man. Boy, it's a lot of Wisconsin's up in this joint here. Mississippi always show me love. I love Mississippi. Gulfport, Mississippi. Uh-oh, this is a brand new New York. I never heard of that, New York there. Hey, Alabama. I don't know what part of Alabama you from. There it is. Highly Seminole. Half of y'all don't know what Seminole is. I guarantee you, half of y'all don't know what Seminole is. Half of y'all do not know what Seminole, Florida. Seminole is a little city next to Highly. It used to be all brothers, and they used to be able to play some good football in Seminole. Minnesota, Minneapolis. I see you, Minnesota. Yep. Boy, we got people from all across the country up in this thing tonight. and it's about 500 of y'all. Oh man, this is gonna be good here. Milwaukee, hey Milwaukee, y'all live in this piece deep. Huntsville, Alabama. I see Huntsville up in here. Pennsylvania in here. Lake Charles. Can you please send me some crawfish? Can you send me some of them crawfish from Lake Charles, Louisiana? Boy, that Lake Charles. The women in Lake Charles. Oh my God. Hey, hold on. I never heard of that Florida neither. There's a lot of places up in this joint I ain't heard of. Well, we made it. God dang it. We made it. We made it. But I know this place right here, Palm Beach County, baby. And we can't start the show off without saying Duval. See, it's two cities in America that you have to stretch the name. Is Duval, and then the other city. Oh man, we got somebody in Philly. Seattle, Washington, Seattle. Hold on. Zellwood, Florida. Where the hell is Zellwood, Florida? I've been living in Florida all my life. I think I drive through every city in the state, but I never went to Zellwood, Los Angeles, California. We up in here. I see LA. Y'all in here. Yep. Pack Jam, I see you. Pittsburgh up in here. Boy, this thing deep. This thing is so deep. This thing deeper than fish grease. Let me say this here. I normally do these broadcasts on Wednesday and Sunday, but when the football season is going on, I try to stay away from Sunday because that's a long day. It's a 1:00 game. It's a 4:00 game. It's church in the morning, 9:00. In some cities, they got church at 10:30, 2 sessions, and then church at 12:00. So a lot of things y'all have to do, and a lot of people have to cook food, and you have to maintain and do your thing and all that. So on Sundays during football season, I try to stay away from all this conversation. But listen, man, I had to do a special edition because I did a special edition of this show on Spaces. You know, they have a platform on Twitter right now. If y'all on Twitter, man, follow me on Twitter. That's Uncle Luke Real One. And we had this conversation yesterday when all this shit went down. Yeah, I see you, Dennis. You want to bring the Freaknik back. We had this conversation about Antonio Brown. So this is a special edition of the Luke Show, since this is a very, very hot topic. And Antonio is a friend of mine. I consider him as a friend. You know, so I wanted to get on here and have a conversation with this. Being a fan for a long time. What's up, Ben? And I thought that it was worthy of us getting on here on a special day like today and having this conversation. Now, there's a lot been said, and let me say this again. AB I consider him as a friend of mine. You know, AB is from Miami. You know, he's from the crib. A lot of people know him. You know, and you know, we saw him grow up as a kid, whether he was playing youth football or whether he was playing high school football. You know, at Nolan Senior High, place I coached at. I wasn't fortunate enough to coach him, but you saw what went on TV. We heard the reports. And I want you guys to chime in also, and I'm going to just post some of you guys' comments, and we'll discuss it and we'll talk about it. But let me just say this. I had not talked to AB, and I don't want to talk to AB right now because I'm having these conversations, and I don't want to say that I had a conversation with him and he said this. He mentioned this, or I would be sitting up here in a very difficult situation of getting some comments from people, and then I know some things in the back door, in the background, and I want to comment on it from the perspective of as if I know that's not the truth or not. So I sit in this seat similar to you all, and I'm looking at the reports from the reporters, whether it's the beat writers in Tampa or it's the national reporters, and they're telling the story. And I sit here in that same situation, but I do know the guy. So I sit in a different situation of knowing him and knowing I know his dad. I know what kind of guy he is. Very energetic young man, very charismatic young man, and he's very calculating, and nothing he does is not calculated. And again, most of these guys like myself and us, it's like you guys are all here from different parts of the country, and New Yorkers, people who have they say, "Oh, you're a New Yorker because you get bumped into," and they want to say, "Excuse me," in New York City. So that's a reputation that New York has. Every city has, in Memphis they have reputations. In Carolina, in different places in the country, people wave and shit. You go to certain parts of Georgia and they be waving, and so people like myself come from Miami, like, what the fuck are they waving for? And then people who ride with you will be like, that's what they do. They wave. And unfortunately, in Miami, when it comes to football, and even the rest, we're different than the rest of the state. We're very flamboyant about what we do. We're very confident in what we do, and we carry a certain kind of swag. And that's why everybody fell in love with Miami in the 90s because of the swag. And that's just us. We got major swag. What's up, Omar Roll? I see you, buddy. And so a lot of people, whether it's in the NFL or the NBA, or I'm sorry, NFL or college football or whatever it may be, they know what they're getting when they get a Miami guy. They know what they're getting. They're getting, a very outspoken, a guy with a lot of swag, a guy with a gift of gab, a guy who's going to talk shit and back it up. That is what you're going to get. And so, to a lot of people, that might rub a lot of people wrong. A lot of people may rub a lot of people wrong. And so Antonio is who he is. He's a product of his environment. It's not a kid. It's very few kids, unlike Amari Cooper. Either they got swag or they flamboyant or they got the gift of gab. They're going to talk shit and they're going to speak their mind. We speak our mind. If you know anything about me and you've been following me for years, I'm going to speak my mind. And it ain't in football. This is in anything I got to say. That's why I get on here and I make these statements, and I talk. Even in the music business, I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say. Might rub some people in the wrong way, but I'm gonna just speak my mind. That's where we from. That's how we are. We don't hold nothing. And so for us down here, a lot of us, unlike the Boule, I mean, we can kind of understand what went on. Do I condone him taking his shirt off, throwing it in the stands, walking off the field? I'm struggling with that. I don't really condone that. I think, yes, it could have been done a different way. Like, fuck this, But when you look at the fabric of the NFL and you look at a lot of things that are going on in the league, man, this is crazy. I'm getting a phone call from a number with no number on it. This is some new shit. And so I'm going to say this. Knowing AB like I know AB is no different than Chad Johnson. He's no different than mostly all your other players that are from Miami. He's no different than Devontae Freeman. He's going to say, hey, look, I'm best running back. Duke Johnson going to say I'm the best fucking running back. They're going to say what they're going to say. Amari Cooper from Miami. Amari ain't going to say shit, but Amari going to be like, yo, you don't see me. If you looked at Hard Knocks, Amari's very quiet, but he knows we different. We different. We're different type of people. And a lot, like I said, a lot of people can't deal with it. A lot of people can't deal with that. And so, again, AB is a very passionate guy. And if you've coached football like I've coached football and been around football and have represented players and I talk to players every day in college, talking them off the ledge, talk to guys in the pros on a daily basis, talk to Hall of Famers. I've mentored them all. And one thing I can say about a lot of these guys and what all of them have in common when they play on that level, they got a certain kind of confidence about themselves. And when they reach a certain level in the game of being a veteran, they've seen a lot. They've seen the good and the bad and the nasty when it comes to football. They've seen a lot. And I can tell you one thing about AB, and that's why y'all probably getting a little bit of from Le'Veon Bell. AB loves everybody. He loves everybody. He'll give you he'll give you the shirt off his back. So when you have a guy like that, you have to then start thinking, what the fuck really happened? What happened? And let me just walk y'all through this whole situation. Because most people get on this social media and they go to making all these jokes and shit like that. I don't think this is a joking matter because it could be 2 or 3 different things. It could be, some people say it's mental. I don't think it's mental. Some people say, oh, he got hit and he's suffering from CTE. I don't think it's CTE. I don't think it's none of that. I think it was some grown man shit. How many of y'all say, fuck this shit, fuck this job, my boss didn't talk to me any kind of way, man, I'm going the fuck home? If you have not did that one time in your life, whether you were throwing newspapers and the newspaper man said you ain't throwing the motherfuckers fast enough and you dropped the newspapers right there and you went home. You've done that before. How many feel like I really want to do that? Drop. Man, damn this job. This man talking to me any kind of way. She talking to me any kind of way. I'm going to fuck home. It's no different. It's a job. But then there's the way you do it. So let me walk y'all through this whole thing. So when everybody get on here making all kind of jokes and the man mentally fucked up and the man this, the man that, you didn't think about yourself. You might be working at a job right now where you want to say, fuck him. This man talking to me any kind of way and you ain't paying me? What? You paying me peanuts and you gonna talk to me any kind of way? Man, fuck this job. I'm out of here. I'm going home. What happened? When you go home to your wife, honey, what happened? Man, I ain't gonna be talked to any kind of way because I'm a man. I'm a woman. I ain't gonna be talking to you any kind of way. This bitch just talk. Excuse my French. So we have all been there, whether it's football or not. We've all been there when it comes to the point where we don't like our boss and we feel that our boss don't like us. And we said, fuck this. I'm going to get another job. So let me walk you all through the lead up of the outburst of Antonio Brown. The week of, let me take you back. He was suspended for 3 games. This is what they're not going to tell you. They ain't going to talk about it this way on Stephen A. and them talk shows with them house Negroes. And you could say I said it with them house Negroes on TV. They put them house Negro black men on TV, put them on there to give them a platform to tear down other black men. You never see them tear down white men. The Stephen A's, the black talk shows, the only one I respect is Jalen Rose. The rest of them, they can have all the motherfuckers. especially the boogers and all them ones who played at LSU and Alabama and shit, they ain't nothing but some Tom. And then our America's House Negro, Strahan, they all gonna throw black people under the bus. That's that whole Oprah crew. They throw black people under the bus to do what? For the profit for themselves. If you go and say, look here, man, they one of them, they them type of people, and you don't walk in there to get that job with a black woman that look like you, you go in there with a black woman look like you ain't getting no motherfucking job, number one, because they don't feel like you one of them. You gotta be willing to throw black people under the bus and get white people passed. So then why are you saying this, Luke, when it comes to this Antonio Brown thing? And trust me, this young man is a very, very cynical guy. Y'all think he crazy. That motherfucker ain't crazy by a long shot. He knows the game, understands the game, and he's a professional within the game. He knows how it works. You talking about a guy who's made hundreds of millions of dollars and got contract after contract and got re-upped and told his agent, shit, I'm supposed to get this and I'm supposed to get that. But I'm going to tell you this. Let's walk up to it. Antonio was suspended for 3 games for COVID protocol issues. What was the alleged protocol issues? He had a false card, a false vaccine card. Half of y'all on here got false vaccine cards. Y'all running around in the car because you don't want to take the vaccine. You're scared. You might use it for your job. So he had a false vaccine card, and he got busted, and he got 3 game suspension. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers said he lied to everybody in the world that he took the vaccine. Aaron Rodgers slap on the wrist. Both of them are lies. Is that I got a card? No, it's false. I took the vaccine. False. You lied. So AB gets 3 games. How did AB get there? Tom Brady co-signed for him. So then we go, AB is suspended for 3 games and possibly more because the coach is like, fuck this, he shouldn't have did that, I'm really fed up with him. Now, Tampa Bay loses a couple of other receivers, loses the star running back, loses the star receiver. 2 receivers, Gronk, Evans out. They go mosey up into New Orleans. Shut the fuck out. Tom Brady ain't been shut out in 20 years. Shut out. They didn't shut their ass out. Tom Brady go back in the room and say, hold on. We shit, man. I need this man, coach. You gotta get AB off the suspension list because we got no weapons. So the next week, they go and play. They activate AB. Hi, Tamika Teller. Congratulations on your new boyfriend. We're so happy for you. So what ends up happening? They go to the next game, AB ball the fuck out. 10 catches, 1 billion yards. Tampa Bay wins. During the game, he tweaks his ankle. He's injured, still playing through it. Shit, team need me. All these boys is out. Shit, we got to win. What ends up happening? They go back the next week of practice, which was last week. These are facts. I ain't making this shit up. Well, facts reported. AB goes Thursday and Friday, he cannot practice. Thursday and Friday, AB can't practice because of his ankle. Those are facts. That was reported. Going to the game. AB is what? Going to the game. AB is a game-like situation whether or not he'll play or not because his ankle is really hurting. He goes into the game. Reporter asks him, AB, are you going to play? AB say, hell yeah, I'm playing. I'm going to ride or die for my guys. I love my team. I got to go out. I'm going to give it a go. These are facts. These are fucking facts. Here's a man hurt, ready to go. So I'm leading you up to the malfunction. So is this a crazy man right now? Is this a crazy man right now who just balled out last week? And when he balled out, the first thing they wanted to do was talk about negative shit in the press conference. And y'all heard him in the press conference. If you haven't, go back and listen to it. He said, man, I don't want to talk about this negative shit, man. That's all y'all want to talk about is negative stuff. I went out there and I balled out, helped my team win. I got 10 catches and shit. And 1 billion yards today, helped my team win. That's what it's all about. Why y'all just want to leave the negative alone? And that's where he was at mentally after that press conference. This is all they could talk about is negative shit. It's almost like Allen Iverson, Mike Tyson. All negative. They got to have a villain. So what ends up happening? Now we move into this week. We go into the game. AB, can you go? Hell yeah, I'm going. Riding out for my teammates. He goes into the game. He's playing. He tweaked the fucking ankle again. AB goes to the sideline. Ankle hurt. Go in the game. AB, I can't go. This is what has been reported. And this is where we speculate. Because this is where it's Bruce Arians and it's AB. Well, AB, I told him don't go in the game. I told him to go in the game. He told me no. My shit hurt. Then that's where, fuck him. You don't want to go in the game, then we're going to get your ass off the team. But even before that, a series or two before when AB went on the field, Tom Brady went to AB, hey man, let's go. You ready to ride? AB said, yeah, I'm ready to ride. Let's go get this money. And they go out on the field. When he come back out the field, he can't go. In that series, something was said to this guy at that moment when he said, I can't go. When he said, I can't go, something was said. Now, keep in mind, Tom Brady and some of the teammates are the only people who could co-sign AB on that team. Tom Brady had to go to Bruce Arians and say to him, activate him. So just think, your boss really don't want to activate you. Your boss really got a problem with you because of the COVID shit. So your boss ain't really fucking with you and he ain't really feeling you. But then Tom Brady go up in there and say, man, we need this dude. We ain't got no weapons. You're going to get me killed out there. So Tom go to the man and that's how the man get activated. So now if you're going into the game or into practice or in a game-like situation, knowing that your head coach don't really fuck with you, your boss don't fuck with you. You just here just to be here, and your boss looking at you sideways every day, giving you the cock eyes and giving you the bad look, and trying to put you in a room with no fucking windows and shit, making it a bad environment. What happens? I can't go. Fuck him. Hold on. I'm not saying that happened. That's where the cleanup is going to have to be at. Bruce Arians gonna have to come clean, and AB gonna have to then have a sit down, and they're gonna have to say what the fuck happened in that moment. Because we ain't talking about no CTE guy, we ain't talking about no crazy man. This dude ain't on no drugs at all. He don't take drugs. If you look at him all the time on his social media, he really takes care of his body, and he knows he always explains to you, his body. This man always running around with a fucking helmet on and some pants on like he ready to play football. That he's just a machine. So you think if he can't go, he gonna tell you, I can't go. He know he from Dade County. He no fucking punk. Where he going? Oh, I can't go. I'm gonna quit on the team. We do have some kids and shit around here now that's doing that. But my point is, what the hell was said to AB for him to be like, what? Hold the fuck on. And then I can see it, him and Mike Evans over there talking. And he said, man, this motherfucker, he doing his head like, man, it's almost like, I understand. And this motherfucker just tried me, man. Motherfucker told me, man, you don't fuck with me already. Man, fuck this shit, man. I'm out of here, man. Hold on, man. This me speculating at that point. Because I don't see a guy that came to the stadium ready to ride or die for his team. I don't see a guy that went out there and tried to play. I don't see a guy that Tom Brady went to during the course of the game and said, hey, look here, brother, let's go. And he said, let's go. And we went out there and we started doing this shit. But then when that shit hurt, because I was already hurt, I ain't practiced 2 days out of the week because this shit was hurt. And then somebody gonna say some slick shit to then get this man to go from 0 to 100, man, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. It's not adding up, people. Meanwhile, the media, they gotta have a villain. AB this, AB that, AB. Y'all saw The Last Dance. We all saw it. Scottie Pippen said on there, I told the motherfuckers I ain't going back out there. I ain't go out there. I'm not playing. I'm going to go to the game and sit my ass on the bench. You saw The Last Dance. You saw many stories of Dennis Rodman taking his motherfucking shoes off in the middle of the game and putting this shit on the floor. I'm not going in the game. You saw just this week, last week, a kid in the Ohio State game took his shit off in the middle of the game, hauled ass, walked through the tunnel, and got on the motherfucking plane and went home. Fuck this. You saw Porter, basketball player, got into an altercation with the coach, got his shit, and hauled ass in the middle of the game. You saw 2 football players on the sideline. One guy stick his hand in his face. You this and you this and that, you this. And they started fighting on the sideline. What are we talking about here? What's going on here? You saw Tom Brady take the fucking iPad and slam it on the shit. Bam, bam. What are we talking about? You saw another receiver getting ready to fight his coach on the sideline. You saw LeBron James and his coach going to the locker room, and they going at it. We talking about 1 week. What's going on here? What's going on here? And I don't know how many times we saw Tom Brady cuss out the damn New England offensive coordinator on the sideline. What are we talking about here? Remember back in the days when the quarterback used to just cuss the damn receivers out like a dog, and they just like, yeah. Let me give you the story. Let me give you the backstories of the NFL, since I'm able to work with some players who's willing to work, who's willing to break the chain of working for these white agents who are controlled by the management of the team. What happens in the course of a football game when the guy says he's hurt? The trainer comes over and the doctor of the team who's on the sideline. Keep in mind, there's a lot of people on the sideline. The doctor and the trainer of the team goes in, he checks the leg out and does this. And sometimes that's why y'all see them walk into the building. They do x-rays on the leg and the ankle and all that shit. And they say, okay, you got a hairline fracture, or you got no fracture, you got a sprain, you got this, or we'll shoot you up with a needle and then you get back out on the field and then let me see if you can go at it. But most of the times, what they don't tell you, most of those players don't trust the team doctor. It's no different than you saw the movie Any Given Sunday, where the team doctor was misdiagnosing guys and they were going out there, head trauma and all this shit, broken legs. They misdiagnose all the time. And when a player in the NFL goes and get his own, with his second opinion, he's frowned upon by the team and the league. The word gets around that motherfucker, they're gonna go get a second opinion. I know a guy that got cut because he got a second opinion. He had a pull hamstring. You got a pull. You got a little slight pull. You can go. We'll just shoot you up and put you out there. The guy said, hold on, this shit don't feel like a slight pull because we know our body. This feels something worse. Shit, I'm getting up in the morning. I can't fucking move. Let me go get a second opinion because most guys in the NFL don't trust the team doctor. And when you're a veteran, they really don't trust the fucking team doctor. So what happens? You go get a second opinion. And when you get the second opinion, what goes on? You're a bad guy. Then the second opinion, that doctor then ain't got no skin in the game. Man, told the guy, no, your shit is torn. You need surgery right now. You will be out for the rest of the year. Team don't want to hear that shit. So most of the guys don't trust these guys. So they say, what was about money? No, that theory is in the garbage. Because AB needed one catch to get $333,000. Let me get the numbers here because I don't want to be saying the wrong numbers. AB needed several catches. He needed one catch to activate $333,000. He needed 50 yards to activate another $333,000. It was a total of about $1 million in bonuses that he would have received if he go in the game. If he go in the game. So you talking about a fucking guy gonna say, I can't go. And a lot of y'all will go out there on one leg for $1 million. He could have made $1 million in that game, that one game. He needed one catch to activate $333,000, another one for another $333,000, another one for another $333,000. So you don't go in the game? Really? Something was said. Somebody need to come clean. Now, do I think Bruce Aaron is a bad guy? Actually, I'm fond of Bruce Aaron. Some coaches are just hard, no nonsense. You don't know what goes on in the course of a year with players and shit. And you be like, man, I'm fed up with this dude here. He rubbing me the wrong way. his antics. I ain't really vibing with that shit. And it's just like anything else. When you go to work every day, you like, I'm staying away from that dude in that cubicle over there. Or I'm staying away from that dude on the construction site. Don't put me on the truck with that motherfucker. Don't put me on the truck. I don't vibe with dude. I don't even like him, period. Don't put me in the room with her. I don't want my beauty salon chair next to her. Put me over here because I don't want to hear her conversation. So throughout the year, when y'all all in this one bubble, there's a lot of things go on. These people are human. And that's what the part people have a tendency of forgetting, that they are human playing a very nasty game where they don't care about the player. Everybody's fucking human. Them dudes ain't robots. The only robots you'll get in football is when you play that damn Madden game. That is the only robot you'll get. So I say this to say this, people. There's two sides of every story, and then there's the truth. A lot of us want to pass judgment without hearing both sides of the story. We get on this fucking social media, we come up with our own opinions. We want to call guys names. We want to say things about them. We don't know these people. We don't even know where they grew up, where they came from. We don't know nothing about them. We're looking at them as if they are some fucking characters. They are human. They're human beings. And you don't know what a lot of these guys go through. You see a lot of these athletes now saying that they have mental issues. That shit real. You had the young girl, Osaka, I got mental issues. Right now, they're speaking out about these issues. When before everybody kept it in. They kept it in. It's a lot goes on to an athlete. It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into an entertainer that most people don't understand. It's a lot being a husband. Everybody got the same fucking, it's a lot of pressure. So it's nobody a robot. We don't expect you to come to work every day smiling like you working at fucking Disneyland when you getting paid peanuts. Or when you just had a bad night or a bad day, your wife cuss you out, or your husband came home late for the third time and you think he fucking around with somebody, but you still got to get up and go to work with all this shit on your mind. There's no difference. Oh, they make so much money. Money don't make you happy. Money does not bring happiness. Money only gives you the shit that I can go buy a car. I can buy this fucking house if I want to. I can pay cash for this shit. I do this. I can go buy a club. I can go do this. Money, you can't buy happiness with money. You can't buy happiness. I can tell you, you can't buy happiness. The biggest smalls and Puff Daddy say, more money, more problems. The more you get, the more problems. You get a bunch of fake ass friends around you. You get a bunch of fake people who want to go to the club with you. As soon as you say you ain't got no money, you see the motherfuckers fall off. But you can have a whole bag full of bread over here. But if they think you ain't got nothing, then you find out who your real friends is. But then the pressures of making money, even when you at the top of the mountain, you trying to stay there. It's pressure to stay there. And then when you fall down, you got to have the mindset. So these guys are, and they're traumatized. The young girl said, I'm not playing because she having an emotional breakdown. You had Calvin Ridley from the Atlanta Falcons, the number one receiver on the team. He's not playing. He says, I have some mental issues. I need to go get my mental right. It's real shit. Guys have real serious mental. They're not robots. Guys and girls and people going to work. We have more. We have more people, more black people than I ever known throughout the years of me growing up and becoming a boy, man, adult. That go and they see somebody. Y'all getting help to get y'all rebooted to go to work because you're dealing with a boss that you really don't like. You're on a job that you really don't like. You have a life that you're not happy about. You're settling. So people don't know what the fuck we going through, what you going through. But what we log on to something and say, man, God allowed me to get up today. I'm gonna make the best of the day. Because there's a lot of people that did not get up today, this morning. A lot of people died in their sleep. A lot of people didn't make it to the next day. So thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus Christ, or whoever you pray to. Thank you for allowing me to make another day. And then you go on with your day in peace and harmony. And you try to shake them haters off and get up. It's a lot of shit going on. So when we talk about Antonio Brown and any other athlete who are going through something and you see them lashing out and acting out, you know something ain't right. So instead of us getting on here crucifying this brother, we need to have a conversation. Let this brother speak. Let this brother say, well, what the fuck happened? I've been coaching football for over 20 years. Ask me, have I seen a kid take his shit off in the game and leave the field? Fuck this shit. After he got into it with one of the coaches. And then I go back around the corner and had a conversation with the young man. Hey, look here, brother. What's going on? Let's not even talk about football. Had a conversation with that kid, which is no different than an adult. What's going on to get you to the point where you fucking went 0 to 100 and you walked off the football field knowing that it's a no-no because you left your brothers out there and that shit don't look good. 9 times out of 10, them kids be like, man, my daddy beat my mama. They're getting a divorce. Or I'm staying in a hotel and my mom has the other siblings in another hotel. We ain't ate in a couple days. The only time I eat is when I go to school. And coach, it just build up on me. And so coach, I love coach. I respect coach, but it's a lot I'm going through right now. That could be the case too, people. We are adults. It's more adults going to see somebody to deal with their issues. We are adults. How many times people that went home and cussed their fucking wife out because they had a bad day at work? It's just a little something and you went bananas. So everybody ain't human. Everybody ain't human. All of a sudden, what we see on TV is a fucking robot. We don't know what the hell going on, but we quick to judge because we live in this glass house. I've said some things when I was 25 and 21, and when I'm 45 and 41, and when I'm 51. I've said some things that I regretted. At the heat of the moment, hold on. And then came back and sat back and thought about it and said, God damn. So somebody on here say, Antonio is not a child. You're right. The young man who left the basketball court was no child. LeBron James and his coach was no child. Scottie Pippen wasn't a child when he refused to go back in the game. Dennis Rodman wasn't a child when he took his laces off and threw his shit down on the ground. The man who got fed up at your job wasn't a child when he said, fuck this job. I'm tired of being talked to any kind of way. Y'all bringing people up in here, giving them raises. They bring their son and their son-in-law up in this place and give them a raise and make them the supervisor. When I've been here for 100 fucking years, or when Paul was here for 100 years, and you talk to Paul any kind of way, and you sitting around the locker room and you seeing how certain guys get talked to, and you sitting up there, man, that's fucked up how they talking to Paul. The locker room, the job, and Paul go for it. But you feeling some kind of way. We all human. That's why I decided a long time ago I ain't working for damn motherfucker. I would take and put some cement on my feet and jump my ass in that lake out there, that damn river, that in the bay. I'm not working for nobody. And I'm not treating nobody that work for me like that. Because there are some very bad people who got a little authority. And most of the time, it comes from us. So let's look at it. What makes a man take his shit off and leave after he was perfectly sane? After he was perfectly sane. What makes him fuck this? Hold on, man. Hold on. We already know how that look. Y'all ain't crazy on here. We know how that is. Man, hold the fuck on, man. They ain't trying me like this. Hold on. Y'all know what that is. Stop playing. But it had to be something real bad. And we all have blown a head gasket at the wrong time. Sometimes y'all have said some things to your wife, and wives have said some things to your husband that you really felt real bad about it. But that stain, it held on for a long time. A lot of people don't get over that shit. Oh, you really feel like that? You really feel like that? Oh, a lot of the truth coming out now. You motherfucker did you this, and you this, you that, you ain't this, you did less than a man, you this in a heated argument. And we're joined together. How many of y'all took your shit and walked out on your wife and your family? Oh, we talking about football. We talking about football. All the people who want to pass judgment. How many of y'all took your shit and say fuck it and pack your shit up and left your family? Fuck this shit, I'm out of here. Fuck her. Fuck the family. Kids in the bed. Daddy, don't go. Daddy, don't go. You pick your shit up. You done got your bag, man. Fuck this shit. She keep talking to me any kind of way. A woman, pack her shit up. Come on, babies. Y'all go. We get the fuck out of here. Fuck this nigga here. Pack your shit and left. What is the difference? Y'all don't hear me. So everybody, he packed his shit up, took his shirt off, and he left. Fuck this. You know you're not finna play on the team no more. Is his career over with? Probably. Because probably. Should it be over with? No. They should have a conversation about what really happened. I'm not here trashing Bruce Arians. Just like I would not trash if my friend come to me today and say, man, I left my wife because we had this heated argument. I'd be like, take your ass over there and have a conversation. And the same thing in this case. Whenever I have a conversation, if I have one with AB, go have a conversation with that man. Because outside of football, y'all work that shit out. I have friends right now that I talk to them and I say, and they have issues with each other. I got two friends right now, love both of them to death. In the heat of the moment, one of them said bad shit to another one. And all of us together have been saying, y'all need to have a conversation. And you, motherfucker, said the wrong shit. You need to apologize. That's what happens when two adults disagreement and people say something. That's what happens. Somebody say some shit that really offends somebody. So again, people, I'm not condoning the action of taking your shit off in the middle of the game. Yes, that could have been handled a different way. And I'll be the first one to say that. Do a lot of these players trust the system that they work in? No, they don't. Why? Because if the coach did say, I'm not saying he said it, fuck you, I'm going to cut you. And you say, okay, you're going to cut me, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Fuck that shit, I'm out of here. If that's what happened and that's how that was said, a lot of these players know that in the NFL, here's something that you might not know. In the NFL, they're beat writers. So if your newspaper is the Chicago Tribune, if your newspaper is the Miami Herald, if your newspaper is the Sun Sentinel, if your newspaper is the Boston Globe or whatever the fuck it is, those teams, those newspapers send a writer. That writer travels with the team. He's on the plane. Those beat writers are approved by the team. And what did they do? What did they do for the team? They write for the newspaper. They get their money from the newspaper. They fly and travel and do everything with the team. But as soon as they write the wrong thing about the team requests from the newspaper, send me another beat writer. I need somebody who gonna play ball, who gonna write what the fuck we tell them to write. And not write what they know. That's why you never see. That's why every time they try to get rid of somebody, you can see it coming a mile away. They start writing bad articles on that person. Everybody got some bad shit. Everybody that missed practice. Everybody that had a fight with their girlfriend, but you only hear that shit when it's time for the team to get rid of the player. That's the only time you hear that shit. Pay attention. Watch the movie. It's no different than America. Only time you hear when America gonna want to bomb somebody that they don't like because they ain't paid that money to them, they go to doing bad news about them. They do this to their people. They do that to their people. So then we just justifying bombing this motherfucker. He do this, he do that. He don't show up to practice. He be late. He do this. Okay, get rid of him. Because the fans actually control the game. I'm not going to bash Bruce Arians. You know why? I kind of like Bruce Arians. Yeah? You're right. Look at what they did to Deshaun Watson. That brother went in there and said, I feel like I should be a part of the decisions that are being made around here. Hold the fuck on. You ain't Tom Brady. You ain't Aaron Rodgers. You ain't Dan Marino. You ain't John Elway. Who the fuck are you to come up here and tell us who to cut, who to keep, and who not to pay? Well, fuck that. Well, let me out of here. No difference. Outspoken black man, they got a problem with that. It's happening every day. This post Colin Kaepernick deal, it's a lot of different things going on in football. A lot of different things going on in sports. Sports is imitating life. You got real niggas and you got house niggas. I'm just gonna keep it 100. And real niggas is gonna say what they gotta say, and they gonna be outspoken, and they know who the real niggas is. And the house niggas will be, after their career's over with, they'll get a job on TV. But I'm fond of Bruce Aaron. I said it 3 times, and I ain't told y'all why. And I don't really want to throw him under the bus. I'm not gonna throw Bruce Aaron under the bus. Why? This man is the first coach that has 95% of his coaching staff is African American. You ain't never seen no shit like this in no level of football unless you go to high school. 95% of his coaches are black. His offensive coordinator is black. His defensive coordinator is black. He even spoke out loud for his offensive coordinator, and he said Jacksonville should hire him, knowing that it's a black and white topic. Everybody on his staff is black. That's some unheard of shit. Go look at the Super Bowl staff. Everybody, I'm like, oh shit. I got another fucking respect for Bruce Arians. So I ain't gonna throw him under the bus to say he wanted them like that. I'm gonna say this. They had a difference of opinion. I'm looking at Bruce like, hey, look, Bruce want us. Bruce got the nuts to have 95% of his motherfucking staff black. You got black coaches won't even do no shit like that. I love Mike Tomlin to death, but Mike Tomlin ain't finna have no staff for the black people. The dude over at Notre Dame, he ain't finna have no staff for the black people. Just ain't gonna happen. Most black coaches have a staff full of white people. So I'm not gonna throw him under the bus like that. To say Bruce Aaron, oh, he's a fucking redneck. He's KKK and he all this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just say that there was a difference of opinion with 2 men, and them 2 men need to go back in the back room and work that shit out. Yes, Bruce Aaron, you don't have to work it out. And people who I know that know Bruce Aaron is the realest they can get. He gonna say what the fuck he gotta say, and who don't like it, they can have a conversation with it. He gonna go drink his liquor. He gonna get fucked up after practice every day. He gonna get fucked up before he even getting off the field. He's starting to drink. He's all. So I'm gonna say this, people. Your mama always taught you. There's 2 sides of every story, and then there's the truth. Let this shit play out. I want to know what some of y'all think. What you got to say? Bruce Aaron just had disagreement. Just played out in the game. I totally agree with you, Smalls. I totally agree with that right there. That's all that shit happened. A big ass disagreement. Somebody said in the heat of the moment, you getting your ass whooped by the sorry ass Jets who ain't won but 4 games. Everybody on 12. Everybody on 12. Just this year, I had an offensive coordinator on my team. We blown the team out. And he's so locked into the game, he blew a fuse. Hey. I said, hey, you gotta You got to lead the field, boss. You out of motherfucking control in a high school game. Crystal Foster's boyfriend. This shit happens. It happens. On a regular basis. It happens in the church house where there's a disagreement with the pastor and the deacon and shit. And the deacon said, fuck this shit, I'm leaving. It happens in your house where there's a disagreement and one person leaves. And a lot of times, some people put hands on people. It happens at the job. It happens everyday life. So that's why I agree. Taking your phone. We're not on my phone. Here's my phone. Cracked and all. Wait for them to. Do anybody know how to jailbreak Apple? I can't get my Apple shit. I don't know my Apple ID number. And they told me 2 weeks. I'm trying to buy the iPhone 13 Pro. And I got to wait 3 weeks to reset my passcode. Can you believe that shit? That's why. Thank God for Android. Crystal Foster want to take my phone. Because I mentioned the love of her life. Can't believe this. What do you got to say? Don't nobody jailbreak. They don't jailbreak no more. I went to the Apple store. And they told me 2 weeks. 2 weeks to give me a fucking, to be able to reset my passcode. I never heard no shit like that in my life. Back to the AB topic. I would have did exactly what AB did. The man is the superstar that wants to win. How many of y'all agree with Henry? These are some real interesting comments. Thank you, Lewis. I really appreciate it. I've been off of here for a minute. I got to get Crystal Foster on here one day, and we're going to talk. I might even call up AB after you have a sit-down interview with somebody. Get him on here. We have some conversations. There's a lot of things going on in the world. Yeah, Faison allegedly said he didn't get paid for doing the movie Friday. Everybody just want to fuck with Ice Cube for some reason. Since the election, we want to fuck with Ice Cube because he asked the powers that be to look at his black agenda. And we all got mad. Whoever is willing to look at it. Biden, you, Trump, this is the black agenda. Oh, how dare you. They've been coming after Ice Cube ever since. Add me too. Tamika Taylor. That's my friend. That's my Facebook friend, Miss Taylor. Antonio got all the talent, but he blowed it. Sad. Dollar said he blowed it. That's the question. The question is, do you all think Antonio Brown will play again in the NFL because of what happened? Luke Evans said he'll be back. I think the highest level of frustration testosterone, which is usually between men involved in football, leave something to the game. And maybe had another situation that not been resolved, yet frustration came to a head. That's how I feel. That is exactly how I feel. That's why I can only just go back all the way to him being suspended. And the only way he became activated is when everybody got hurt. I feel the same way. And then who does the activation management and the head coach? And AB probably felt some kind of way. But until we hear AB talk, we don't know. But from the outside looking in, I would feel some kind of way too if the damn going quarterback had to go in there to talk for me and we had to be getting our ass shut out by New Orleans. And then when I get into the game, you say some slick shit to me. I don't know. We don't know. I respect you, Luke, for balancing the scale because media devil. But that's why people have a voice. Thank you, Rich. That's what I try to do. You know, I try and get on my platform to use it to be the voice of reason. Do I agree with a lot of things that go on in this world today? No. Do I know the propaganda machine that controls most of us, which is media, controls us? People spend millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars to get their message over on media to be said by certain people that's on media. People spend a lot of money, the conglomerates spend a lot of money to sway you and sway your thought process throughout the whole throughout life. Yo, and about Ice Cube, how many people got started Friday? Everybody got started somewhere. Exactly. I did a movie. I did a song on the soundtrack of Friday. I got paid a lot of money from that guy in the company. That guy. Let me tell y'all about the movie industry. It's real. It's no different than the music industry. You go and you do movies. It's no different than the music industry from the standpoint of work for hire. No different than the NFL. Everybody on the NFL team ain't making millions of dollars. Most of the guys on NFL teams are making minimum wages. Above minimum wages, less than maybe somewhere around $200,000-300,000. Most of the guys, only a few guys on there making hundreds of millions of dollars. No different than the movie. You see a movie, everybody, you got extras, you got people with speaking parts, and you got people that do cameos, and you got people that do have a small role. They come in and work one day. To us, it's work. I did what the fuck? Players Club. I worked. Ice Cube called me up. Hey, man, I want you to be in my movie. Just the mere fact of him saying, hey, man, I want you to be in my movie. And a brother who I'm very fond of and I consider my good friend. I ain't looking for no money. Is it money in it? Yes. I'm not looking for no money. Did I go to acting school? Yes, I went to acting school. Was I pursuing the career of acting at that time? No, I was not. I was actually still in acting school. So once I graduated and got to the point where I felt like I was comfortable in doing roles, then I expected to get paid. But in this particular role that Ice Cube asked me to act in, it was similar to the role that I played in life. You're Uncle Luke. You go to the strip club and you got the bouncers and you got this and all that, and y'all go in the club and the girls come in and shit. They give you a couple lines. And I actually changed the lines. They gave me a line. I was like, nah, this shit sound like some dude from California. And I said, oh, get your fat ass off me. That's some shit from Miami. I don't know how much I got paid. But when you're in a union state like California, and when you go on a set, California, New York, and places like that, the union comes in, they make you there's a standard rate, and then there's a rate for one of the stars of the ship. That rate goes up, and the union controls the rates. If you got a certain amount of lines, if you got this shit right here, like this is a script. This is a script. There are stars in this script right here that's gonna work every fucking day. You expect to get paid a lot of money. My first movie, one of the movies that I got paid a lot of money because I was one of the stars in the movie was Ride. Acting my ass off. I wasn't rapper Luke on that motherfucker. I was acting. I kind of liked that role. When I looked at the script, I said, oh shit, I get to get in the bed with this fine ass girl. Ooh, shit. They had a love scene in that motherfucking movie, and then they cut that bitch. They were like, hey, cut. I was like, hold on, I was just getting started. That girl took and stuck her tongue down my throat. She was for real. So she was for real in that movie. That girl stuck up. I was like, you don't. I'm sitting. Just imagine you doing a movie and you laying up in there, y'all. Okay, the love scene. They get the people all out the room, and just you, the cameraman, and the director. God damn it! I got my robe on and shit. And she got her shit on, and I'm getting ready to get in the bed. I'm like, oh shit! I'm gonna knock that shit. I'm gonna knock her down. But you can't do that. In your mind, that's all. So you gotta give your mind control, because you can't be hopping in the bed and then your Johnson go up. That's unprofessional. Women don't have to deal with that shit. You have to get your mind right. I'm fucking working. And then the woman on top of you kissing you and shit. And you got to control, this head has to control the little head. That's very hard to do. But you have to be fucking acting. So when you acting, you think about a horror movie or something bad right now. But at the same time, your facial expressions got to be, you kissing this girl, and you don't supposed to be sticking tongues in mouths. It's supposed to be this. That girl stuck that tongue in my mouth. I was like, oh shit, it's going down. I couldn't control myself. I ain't gonna lie. Forget about these cameras and all this shit. This shit going down right now. They say, cut. That's it. No, we got it. We got it. Can we do another take? What the fuck? Is that it? That's human. But I understand. So, ladies and gentlemen, I enjoyed this conversation. I'm gonna get off the phone. I'm gonna get off of here, call up Crystal, and I just wanna say to you all, stay safe out there. Put your mask on. I'm not gonna be sitting on here telling people to get no vaccine and no boosters and all that. That's not my thing. I'm not gonna tell you whether to do it or whether not to do it. That's on you. But I'm always use this platform to talk about things that you guys want to talk about. I wish I could fucking hear you all. That's why I like the Twitter space. You know, people can get on and I just let them talk and say what they got to say based on the topic. I wish I can talk to y'all some kind of way. I got to figure this out where we can get on here and have a conversation. You guys can really voice your opinion other than typing it in. Hey man, hey Sean, I respect you too. Sorry for the misunderstanding a few weeks ago. I don't know what it was, but life too short for us to be upset about it. Everybody gonna have misunderstandings, but I love everybody and everything. But at the end of the day, people, I just want to let you all know, be safe out there. I'm gonna probably come back next Wednesday and get on this platform. We're gonna talk about whatever the current topics of the day, and we're gonna keep it going. I appreciate you all. I love y'all. Stay safe. Yes, we made it to 22. So let's make this motherfucker a hell of a year.